Hello, Active Sage here on the Sage channel, and today, upon a Thursday, an update came out for Space Engineers as usual. But, unlike the previous update which added some abilities to tell where planets were going to spawn in, this update actually added some life to Earth-like planets. So, you might have seen some yellowish green things floating around there on the left side of the screen a second ago, but the main thing it's added, and those were Fireflies by the way, but the main thing it's added is something I've gone ahead and set my character model in here using a medical bay. Just like space spiders, you can go ahead and change your body to be a puppy dog. Well, not necessarily a puppy dog, a Cyberhound, as I believe it's called. Yeah, you can turn into a Cyberhound. And Cyberhounds will now naturally spawn on Earth-like planets and attempt to attack you. Now, they're said to spawn more frequently at night, which is the reason why I have this world set up to have such a simple, well, a quick day-night cycle. Ignore that explosion. I'll explain it in a second. Actually, I should just explain it right away before they actually get in here. You see, like I said, they have a higher probability of spawning at night, so I've set the day-night cycle to be kind of quick, therefore we're going to get more of these Cyberhounds spawning. And what a Cyberhound will do is, similar to a space spider, is it'll run in a straight line directly at you and attempt to kill you. Sometimes they seem like they can pass around the corners, usually not so much. If they manage to get hung up on that corner long enough, unlike a space spider which will sort of claw its way through there, a Cyberhound will actually do a little bit of a suicide thing where it starts beeping and then explodes. By the way, if you want to stop your Cyberhound, if you've gone ahead and turned yourself into one, to stop its idle animation of just howling, press C on the keyboard. It's a crouch button, and it freezes the animation because it doesn't have a crouch animation. Anyway, I think we've seen the Cyberhound close enough now. We'll actually go ahead and take control over it. Just run around a little bit with it. I'll press C again, that way the animations actually play, that way you can see them. They're pretty decent animations actually on this model, even though it does seem that if you're controlling one, aiming up and down can sometimes create some awkward situations, like now I am the reverse running tail monster. It's completely ridiculous. Boy, oh boy. And same with aiming up, of course, you can find yourself with a hovering puppy, basically. So aim to the side and aim up, and if the camera doesn't reset itself, the legs hover a bit. But if you're aiming straight forward like the NPCs do, works pretty damn well, honestly. Pretty cool. And animations, like I said, are pretty nice, and it does have an idle animation, unlike the spiders, pretty much. And of course, you can freeze that by pressing the C button, and then hover about like that, like a fool. And also, by the way, it doesn't have a sprint button, or a sprint animation, so if you hold shift, well, it's going to do the same thing. Boop. Same with jumping, actually. It doesn't have a jump animation. Anyway, enough of animations. You probably actually want to see these guys in action, so let's go ahead, switch ourselves back to first person, and switch ourselves back to a human model. That way we can use our jetpacks, because jetpacks don't work with these Cyberhounds. There we go. And now let's go ahead and try to find a few of these buggers who are blowing themselves up on the exterior walls of this facility. And you can see they actually do a fair amount of damage. I've also seemed to have realized that if you sit still, particularly the higher up you are, the fewer of them seem to come at you. Because we've had quite a few explosions here, but in the past I waited for probably 30 minutes just with my character sitting on top of this tower, and we only got maybe as many as we've gotten right now over that whole 30-minute span. They didn't do nearly as much damage. So, seems like either activity or the closer to the ground you are, the more likely they are to get you. Also, it should be pointed out, as I was testing earlier, I did have one of them spawn pretty much next to me, it seemed. Just when I dug down inside my facility here and hit dirt, it sort of just spawned in right next to me and attacked me. Let's go ahead and hop out here, and we should probably equip our tools as well. That way we actually have something to, well, either defend ourselves or, if need be, since we're semi-stuck right here, grind our way down. Or not, we're gonna have the jetpack out. There we go. Mission accomplished. And let's try to find some of these Cyberhounds in action, shall we? Might be a cut ahead here, considering sometimes it'll be a bit finicky whether or not they actually spawn at night. Well, I don't quite know what's going on. We were getting bombarded every minute, it seemed, there at the beginning. Maybe that was just the first night's wave, and now it's like, okay, there's a 10-minute cooldown before the next group can attack you. I'm assuming that's what it is even though I have the day-night cycle set to go so quickly, there still must be a minimal amount of time that must pass before the next group can attack. Strange that those buggers seem to be more aggressive when I was on the ground, though, than otherwise. By the way, I still have a bit of a head cold if you haven't noticed. I'm going to wait around until we get some more of these buggers, though, to attack us so you can see them properly. And of course, I'm just... I was about to say, of course, I was just crossfade until they were there, but hey, look, okay, that's not good. Okay, they're faster than me. Right. Like, I was sprinting, and they were still catching up with me. Yeah. Oh, wow, they're really quick. Right, okay, so I was running around earlier, and I had transformed into one of them, and I was actually able to run, the same speed as them. So, turns out that when you turn into them, you can actually run at their speed, which is pretty cool, honestly. Boy, are they quick, eh? Good. I still got those hydrogen tanks on me good, so we can still keep outrunning them. Blimey, they can keep up with you, can't you? And as I mentioned earlier, if we were to shoot one... Oh god. Oh god. Oh! So look at those two of them sticking their heads up. They are kind of adorable. I do feel bad for shooting them, even if they're evil demon robots. There we go, I defeated one. You can see it flop. Oh my god. You can see it flop down, and if we could get to its body without being annihilated by the other ones, can we just like hover in the air at the perfectly right angle to access it? There you go. You can see you can get some stuff out of it. Oh, Scheiße! Yay, they're like creepers, they'll blow each other up. So there, you probably heard the beeping as one of them decided, I can't get to him! Detonate! And blew himself to oblivion. And there we go, so we got some other stuff. Easier way to get supplies, similar to the space spiders, I guess. So yeah, you can basically set up turrets to defend your base, no problem. They're pretty cool. It's nice to have another enemy on the Earth-type planets, or I guess it's the first enemy on the Earth-type planets, really, but it's nice to have another enemy in the game that's not just, well, AI ships flying at you, which I always felt was a bit of a cop-out. Yeah. Pretty damn cool. That's actually it for this update, really. It's very simple. The only other thing that we have is, I think if we fly towards these trees, we might see them, especially if we turn off this. I just hurt myself on the ground like an idiot. No, there they are. Fireflies. There's fireflies in the game now on Earth, too, and on alien planets as well, so that's pretty nifty. We want to see the alien planet fireflies? I'm hoping they're big swarms and a bit of a different color. We'll go see really quickly. I'll just park my character up here. And it'll, let's park it on the military obelisk here. And we'll just let the Hellhound Cyberhounds attack us while we spectator cam away to an alien world. Yeah, there's an alien world, right? That's Mars. There's the alien world. And we'll see what the Fireflies look like over here. There we are. Fly ourselves down. This looks green, so hopefully we'll have some trees. Frame rate did just jump like crazy. There we are. And now we just have to wait a minute for nighttime, which should literally take a minute. As you can see the clouds moving. I love the fact that closer you are, the more accurate the shadows are. It's a nice LOD effect. It's a bit obvious here, but honestly, gotta remember, these trees are huge. Alrighty, so nightfall should come any second. There was some light moving on the ground there that spooked me. There we go. There's a firefly already. I saw one. There's a few of them. I was really hoping that the alien world would have like big swarms of them whooshing between trees, but no dice there. Anyway guys, that's it for this update. A really pretty simple update, but it does show that they have the ability to make things change and happen on planets depending on whether or not it's day and night on that side of the planet, because in theory the other side of the planet does not have fireflies popping out because the sun's over there. It's really cool. Usually in games it's an all or nothing for the whole world, basically, for the whole level that's existed and loaded into the game. So it's pretty cool to see this sort of dynamic stuff on planets. Let's go back to our character here. Okay, yep, as soon as we came back to it. Wow, okay, so they managed to climb up the ramps on the side and detonate up there. Yikes. Yeah, so they can be a bit dangerous, these Cyberhounds. Alrighty guys and gals, that's it for this update. For the third time, I think. Pretty simple. It's literally just 2 lines. There's Cyberhounds and Fireflies. Thanks a bunch for watching, guys, and I shall see you all next time. That's it. Ta-ta! P.S. Thank God they're Cyberhounds and not real dogs or wolves, because I don't think I could shoot them at all. That would have messed me up. That would be one of those like, I'll never never use these, even though I couldn't find the option to toggle them on and off in the features menu like the devs said there should have been one. Whatever. Oh, this head cold sucks.